Win here, and you're in control of your ultimate WPT experience. Starting this April, the WPT Steps return with single-day tournaments in TCH Houston, Austin, Rio Grande Valley, and for the first time ever, Dallas.
Hi, this is Bill Cottam with WPT Steps, inviting you to come earn your world-class WPT experience starting this month at Texas Card House. You earn your seat, travel, meet and greets, and world-class experiences that money can't buy.
Win the WPT main event prize, and your $3,500 buy-in is covered, plus you get $2,500 in travel cash. You choose which WPT main event location, like Durant, Oklahoma, Hollywood, Florida, Las Vegas, or Australia. Win the WPT Prime prize. Your $1,100 buy-in is covered and you get $1,900 in travel cash. Then it's up to you to choose which WPT Prime event location, like Thunder Valley, California, Thailand, Taiwan, or Vietnam. 4 different tournaments in 4 different cities, 4 chances to win. For more details, visit TexasCardHouse.com and WPTSteps.com.
To be able to enjoy the events that Texas Card House puts out and have the ability to win these VIP WPT experiences, you can't do that anywhere else. Steps is a way for the grassroots player to be able to get into the larger events, win VIP experience packages. It's amazing. They're life-changing experiences. From meet and greets to the talent, special dinners, VIP tours, and they're things that you cannot get unless you actually win one of the WPT VIP experience packages from WPT Steps. Well, right now there's already 200 entries, over 200 entries for day one, $1,500 buy-in, prize pool will be over $1 million. First place, anywhere from, it'll be over 200,000, I'm sure.
$915 all in free for Chase. Chase brings the heat around.
Oh,
here.
yeah. I mean,
I'd love to see it.
he could, you know, this could play out a couple of different ways. Chase could just walk away with $60 or $80 of free money. Yeah, $80 of free money. But I'm going to go out on a hunch. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say that that's not what happened.
Have you ever gone out on a hunch?
On a limb, though. I have, you know. On a hunch, once or twice.
Words are hard.
Combining my euphemisms into nonsense. It happens.
Yeah. Nam here wondering if he should pile it in with ace-7 suited on the button. He has effectively like 2 blinds, and the book says yes. He says no. You're up against a blind hand, as well as 5 additional ranges, I guess, that you had to get through. Or 4 additional ranges. Small blind, big blind, first straddle, second straddle. No, 5. Okay. So yeah, I'm also reasonable to just be like, yeah, I don't want to.
I think anybody deciding, yeah. Oh, and he just wakes up. Oh, look at this.
Yeah, Gauze with the 10s.
Let's see. Gauze flop a set. Chase just flop the nut straight. You know. And then just sweat the run out. Let's go.
All right. Carolyn here channeling a pretty sick, nasty run out.
No, I mean, if you have a pair. You got a pair? Sure.
Oh.
Boom. Flops a 9, turns a 9. And
Chase has no idea what he has. This is the best part.
And he
Shows
shows
the jack
first.
Oh, the most epic slow roll of all time. I mean, he doesn't know, so it's obviously not intentional, but it's still fun.
This could be a heart, this could be an ace, or this could be a 9 for him to have the winner, and he's got it. And he's pumped, and Dawes is going to have to double up Chase for 900 and change with the pocket 10.
All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to TCH Live. You listen to the voices of Derek and Pez. We got the final table of our 20K guaranteed tournament. Let's get right into the action.
What's up, buddy? How you doing tonight?
I'm all right, man.
Heck yeah. What's up, our chat pros? 100 people watching in the chat. Thank you for joining. TCH Live Final Table Dallas. Nelda looking at pocket tens.
Right off the bat here, and she's got a pretty decent-sized stack here. It took quite some time to get to this final table, so we're pretty, the blinds are pretty big right now. What, 25, 50, 50? Now they're going to raise into +1 pocket tens, 150K. Pretty standard here. Going for a little larger sizing, too, especially this late in turn with 3X. Joe decided just to call into +2 with king, queen off. Oh my gosh, and Stefan with the pocket kings on the button. And we have a monster hand here right off the bat.
Yeah, storm's brewing here.
Wow, what a first hand here.
Stefan in a dream scenario right now.
He's poised to win a over 1 million chip pot here. And Nelda here, I don't think you really want to be in the business of raise folding pocket tens here.
Yeah, not at a final table, and really this is going to incentivize Joe to call too with how short he is, just getting an insane price to basically triple up.
Right, if he's up against a hand like pocket tens or jacks, then you know he's got 2 overs to both those hands.
Yeah, there's no reason here. Nelda, really regardless of what Nelda does, I think he has to ship it here.
Yeah, I think I have to agree with you there. On the flip side, I mean, it could be a good spot if he feels like, you know, he can't really ladder up any more spots.
Yeah,
it'd be a good spot for him
if he
to
wants to
make an extra little pay
ICM,
jump.
Yeah.
So it goes both ways, right? I mean, is he trying to win the whole tournament, or is he trying to hit the pay jumps here?
Yeah.
So.
Which we've seen Joe here at the final table. I think he's trying to win the tournament.
Yeah, so he'll probably just put the money in.
Probably, yeah, we'll see. Nelda in a real tough spot here, though. It's like you said, you don't really want to be in the business of folding tens, but this is a really strong line from Stefan.
Yeah, about a 15 big blind jam, and wow, what a fold there from Nelda, and she's gonna look back on that later, and
bad call.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
and Nelda's gonna actually be able to see the cards and just see how good of a fold she just made.
Let's see a flop here.
I was hoping you had a lower pair.
Joe's tournament life at risk here.
You know I'm not messing around there.
Oh, wow.
What a sweat.
Super sweat.
Oh my gosh. Queen on the turn. Turn trips for Joe, and he gets the full double. What an unlucky run out there for Stefan. Wow, man, that's... I mean, at least he covered Joe there, but now he's going to have to do some rebuilding here with only less than 10 big blinds.
You had a lower pair, and then in that case... Nice hand.
Looking at our payouts this evening, $16,337 to first here.
It's quite the payday for a $365 tournament here.
Yeah, 3.5xing the guarantee. Another big weekend here at TCH. It's amazing to see everybody coming out here to play, especially knowing what's going on.
Yeah, it's not the only weekend too, because like I mean I haven't commentated the past 2 weekends, but I've checked it out in the past 2 weekends. But last week we had 80K. The weekend before that I think it was around 70K as well. So I mean, if y'all like tournament poker, TCH Dallas is the place to be every Saturday at 10 a.m. Let's take a look at our chat here. We got some of our regulars: Skullbone, Frank, Ragnar Overby, Bo, Mitchell A, Michael, Rena, Jay. What's up, everybody? Hope y'all are doing all right. Joe gonna raise the +1 to 150K. The ace jack off. A little midi heater here. Yaya in the big blind, just gonna fold through weak ace.
2. Batting 100.
Crazy story about Yaya. She was down to a $500 chip when they went
tournament to win.
3 tables when they did the redraw.
Yeah, I think what she told me is they were at the 500, 1,000 blind level, and she had 500 chips left.
She had the one pink chip left.
Yeah, the one pink chip less than the big blind. just one small blind.
That's insane.
And she ran that all the way up to a final table. So shout out to Yaya, aka Laura, in the seat 3. You know, really the old saying, chip in the chair. How about that?
Yeah,
Huh?
that's. I've been shallow before and run deep, but not a one-chip shallow. That's gotta feel insane.
Charlie, our chip leader, to the final table. You're gonna play a stack here, I think, raising the +3. Put some pressure on the people just trying to make some pay jumps. You know, and you could actually get a fold out of Queen Jack here, just like we're about to see here. He doesn't want to mess with the other big stack.
I'm happy to be here, guys.
Grateful for everything.
I feel very grateful.
He's going to fold over to our big blind Nelda, who's made quite a few of our final tables. And actually, it's pretty funny.
These players repeat final tables for a lot of these players.
Yeah, and actually, Danny in our 6th seat, you know, y'all might recognize him from our Wednesday 5-5-10 stream. He kind of joked around with Nelda before the final table, saying they've never really made the final table without one each other, or both of them being at the final table together. So it's kind of cool. Maybe they're each other's good luck charms and bad luck charms at the same time. You know?
Yeah, you're right.
Because they're both very formidable opponents.
And they've played a bunch together. I know I always see both of them anytime I play a tournament.
Actually, I think the one time I've made the final table in the tournament, both of them were at the final table.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, that just shows how good of tournament players these players are. 202 viewers so far. Appreciate everyone joining us early. Y'all are watching the final table of our Saturday $365 buy-in, 20K guaranteed. Of course, we smashed that guaranteed, getting over $70,000 in that prize pool. Over 16K for first. And Nelda here with the decision. Oh, wow. Joe really running hot here tonight. And just going to slow play his 6s.
Wow.
This could get Nelda in trouble here.
Could get Joe in trouble, too.
Oh, wow. And a set on the flop here for Joe. I might be tempted to check this here, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Let your opponent catch up some. I think that card's just going to kill the action, though.
No, but Nelda has something else in mind here. Looking to bluff at the spot here, trying to rep that ace. You know, especially when the big blind checks pre-flop, their range is infinite. So they could just have anything here. But when he calls here, you have to know he has something.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I imagine she's going to check give up a lot of the time here. Unless she thinks she can go for it and get a hand like a 6 to fold. But no, he has 3 6s with 2 aces, a full house. Ashley Hind in chat. Go Laura and Nelda. Love my ladies. Shout out to the ladies in our poker game, of course.
NFY in the chat. What's up, my guy?
He's probably going to Hollywood a little bit and put in the raise. And there it is.
375.
Wow, and a beautifully laid trap here by Joe. And this is the power of playing hands like this in position. Just get your opponent the bluff out here with just jack high. And he just profits an extra 200K off of that.
Shows 1-6. Yeah, really good check on the flop there. I think that's what induced a lot of that action from Nelda, trying to rep that ace.
If y'all are just now joining us, you're listening to the voices of Derek and Pez. Appreciate y'all joining us here this fine Saturday evening. Y'all could be doing anything else this Saturday evening. I mean, I don't know. In Texas, it's pretty warm out there, so I don't think there's anything else about to do but stay inside.
Yeah.
And watch some TCH Live.
Super hot outside.
I was actually outside most of the day helping Lauren and her sister move. They're actually moving at the same time, around the same time. Stefan here, going to go all in here with the ace-9 and the +2. Yeah, with the 9 big blinds here, I think he can't really do anything else.
Yeah, almost any ace. Sub 10 big blinds there.
just has to get through one more player, and Danny with a massive stack here. You never want to hear the player ask for a count when you're shoving it all in with ace-9.
Never.
Good number. No comment.
Tiny Poker in the chat. What's up, buddy?
Action Ash, what's up? Good to see you, Bo. You already said what's up.
Oh, Bo's in there?
Yeah, Bo's in the chat.
Camping in Arkansas in 95-degree weather. Oh, my
boy.
gosh. How do you
That doesn't
sleep?
sound fun.
If I'm going camping, I'd much prefer cold weather.
I'm a
but hot.
glamper. Give me the camper.
Oh, that's my fiance too.
Yeah.
She refuses to go camping with me.
I'm over it.
I'm the go out there in the tent and pitch a and get some fire going and cooking over the open fire. That's my ideal camping. I'm telling you, the shower you take when you come back from like a weekend camping trip is the best shower.
It is, yeah. I did a lot of that growing up.
Oh, so you have gone? Like,
I have gone, yeah.
You're putting your time.
I was a Boy Scout.
Okay, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. I never reached Eagle, but
yeah.
God, I did.
I did my fair share. Joe looking at ace-4 off. Ooh,
wow.
Danny with a big hand.
So he could go one of two ways here. With the size of the big blind stack, he could definitely limp in.
Yeah.
Limp in and maybe induce a shove from any ace.
Absolutely.
I think it's exactly what he had in mind here.
Yeah, I like that play a lot.
Yeah, it's either one or two ways. I think a limp is fine and a jam is fine too. Just with how his stack size is. Oh wow, top set.
Top set off the bat.
How many people are going to flop a set in a limp pot?
Yeah, and no spade in either hand here.
Dan here going to be doing the check and trying to induce a bluff here from his opponent. 7. Oh, that might create some action here. If Danny decides to check again, I don't see how Roger cannot bet this turn.
Yeah, picking up some showdown equity.
Oh wow, and he just folds.
Oh, boy. Good fold.
Yeah, very good fold there. Yeah, you kind of handcuff his decisions there with only 360K. Kind of
Well,
just
and that kind of flop too, yeah.
You don't really want to just call and then, say your opponent goes in on the river, you just are you just gonna fold?
Yeah, on any spade, you know, any bad card.
We got Adam Mitchell, our dealer tonight for our final table. Wonderful dealer here at TCH Dallas. All our dealers here.
All the
Pretty
staff,
great.
yeah, all the dealers are
I'm
great.
a little biased. I mean, I do deal here as well, but you can hear from one of our players here, Pez.
Yeah.
He enjoys. He's here quite often.
I like most of y'all.
I'm the same way.
I think there's like
Right
one
back
or
at the
two who are
players.
just like I like them as people, but not when they're dealing me cards. Very nice people, every single one, but there's just a couple here that just deal me ice cold.
Just bad beat after
Just
bad beat.
just all the time.
I think everyone can attest to that.
All
It's
the time.
Someone has their one dealer that just gives them non-stop bad beats. And I kind of actually feel the same way as a dealer. Is like I feel like there's certain players I just never deal them winning hands.
Yeah.
I swear, just like I love them as players.
Yeah.
I literally never deal them a winning hand.
It's like, do I need to buy you lunch, or what do you want for Christmas? How can we repair this relationship? But as we see Charlie going in with pocket jacks now, 3-betting to 350,000. Danny with the suited connector. Two of the bigger stacks at the table too. Let's see if Danny wants to get involved.
He kind of has a pretty disguised hand here. In position as well, suited 8-5, semi-connected and suited. He can put his opponent on maybe like an overpair or ace-king, ace-queen.
Being in position, more likely him to call here if he wanted to realize some equity, but he's going to let it go.
Yeah, I mean, with no one eliminated yet, I don't think you want to get squirrely just yet.
Yeah, it's too early for that type of stack size to get super squirrely. They have a real opportunity here with the shorter stacks going out to be more aggressive later on.
Yeah, we can just look at the
ICM
screen here. Yeah,
Implications.
the player on the button, really short. Player 2 and the seat 2.
Yep.
Quite short as well. So I mean, that's about $1,000 in pay jumps there. Jorge, what's up? Says, what's up, commentators? Missing TCH. Hey, we miss you as well. Poker Monkey says hi.
PM
All the way
chat.
from WSOP in Vegas.
Yeah, I've been following his progress out there.
Yeah, good luck to you, sir. You haven't missed much, Poker Monkey. Actually, the very first hand was pretty big. But other than that, it's been pretty slow. Adrian Williams, what's up, man?
Yeah, looking at pocket 2s with 280K. She's going to let it go.
In a cutoff here, what's going to fold to him? I think this is a good opportunity to put some pressure on the blinds. Just above a min raise here.
Oh, Raja with an ace of his own. Oh, he's going to let it go.
I'm actually really surprised he didn't jam it in there.
Yeah, I
gets
am
a cutoff
too.
open.
Yeah, I am too.
I think this is a great hand for Stefan to defend here. 55K to win a pot of over 280. And I think this is one of those spots where if you flop any pair, you kind of have to just go with it. Yeah, I mean, pair and a straight draw,
yeah.
I think you just got to go with it. You check jam here. Danny decides to bet. I think a jam is in order. You can see him betting a bet amount of like 85 to 90K. No need to go too large. Wow, and just like clockwork here, he bets 80,000. Yeah, I mean, still can fold out hands like Ace King, Ace Jack, and the all-in from Stefan and the snap fold from Danny. Yeah,
great
couldn't
play.
have played. Both players
great
played
play.
it exactly how I would have played it. Well played on both parts. Yeah, no reason to bet too large on that kind of board texture. You know, your opponent's never really ever folding a flush draw or straight draw for their stack size, so kind of just lost them in there for Danny. And if they don't have anything, they're just going to fold for that same size bet.
Absolutely, yeah.
Killer demo here with an interesting one here. How many guys on this table have a girlfriend? I say one. Interesting. Well, I for one know that Nelda is in a relationship, so.
And Yaya waking up with the ladies.
Shogun fold his ace-6 of diamonds, folds around.
How much? 280.
Oh, and
What's
Charlie
got? Oh, wow.
And only 280K.
Yeah, this is
less than 6 big
one
blinds.
of those where it's just like you kind of hate to do it, but also you got to consider what the blinds might be waking up with. So if you call here and incentivize them to 4-bet or 5-bet whenever they wake up with something, but I don't know. This is a weird one.
No, I mean, I think he could still call just given his stack size, especially with the small and big blinds getting covered by Charlie. I think if he calls, they're more likely to fold just because they want that pay jump. They want him to knock out Yaya, and she'll get the fold all the way around, profiting 125K off of that hand.
You get an extra day off between 2 and 3. What do you have?
Almost 400 viewers. Great showing tonight.
Appreciate y'all coming out tonight. TCH Dallas.
Yeah, we got tournament action almost every day here. Our biggest tournaments run on Saturday, of course, which is what you're watching the final table of right now. We're at hand number 10.
Thank you.
Blind still 25, 50, 50.
And this is definitely a later stage final table.
Yeah, we got
than what we're
started a
used
little
to.
later for sure.
We're typically seeing this final table start at around the 15-30K mark. And wow, Charlie here with the queens this time. Clear spot for a 3-bet. It's just a matter of how much.
What sizing he's going to elect to go with.
I think like 375 is a good amount. Yeah, I think this is perfectly fine.
And these two were on opposite tables when they were 2 tables, so
they haven't really played with.
They haven't really played in the last hour, so I don't know what happened before that.
Yeah, I really like the sizing from Charlie. It doesn't scare your opponent to folding out their hands that you're crushing, and it might open it up for them to make a mistake and try to 4-bet jam as a bluff if they think you're just trying to bully them around. And he is just going to fold.
The ace-6 there too.
Yeah, with how short he was.
6 big blinds.
Yeah, with just all the action in front of him, I think it's just too much. And wow, look at the big blinds here. Charlie with 43 big blinds. The next biggest stack has 23. So this is, he's in the driver's seat right now.
Yeah, he's in the driver's seat, and with all the players so short stacked, they're just going to have to start getting it in soon. This next level ends in 5 seconds, so levels are about to bump.
Yeah, and I think it goes up to the 30, 60K level. So
yeah, it sure does. Yeah.
It is red alert time for the smaller stacks.
Raise to 150.
Joe's going to keep the aggression on with any ace here.
Jack 10 going to be folded from Danny. I think that hand would be perfectly fine to play in like the big blind or on the button, but with so many players behind and Stefan here with ace 10 of hearts. Could we go for the jam? Kind of has a stack size versus jam or fold.
Yeah, it's really in that middling kind of sizing where if you 3-bet, you leave yourself short.
And I think, in 15 blinds, I think you can perfectly call. It's fine to call there as well. With some opponents behind, you can still get away from it if
this happens.
Yeah. And let's see what Joe decides to do for only 100K more. So let's see. The blinds were 25.50. He raised the 150. And it just barely reopens the action, actually.
Yeah, and they might try to tag team him here.
It's 250.
Yeah, and that looks like what he's going to do here. They're going to try to eliminate the player using, both of their cards.
And a very clean flop there for Pocket Nines. He's poised to triple up here. And I see this player's just kind of checking
check.
Another clean turn. Wow. That's exactly what you want to see when you have Pocket Nines.
100%. And holding a club blocker himself, he's feeling pretty good.
And as clean as it gets.
Okay. Yeah, see all hands.
And the shorter stacks that are hoping for a ladder there aren't going to get it. And
full
SC
triple up.
Gets the full triple up, like Tess says.
Crazy.
Chip in a chair, right?
And that puts him right back into contention.
That's changed.
This was later than that.
Yeah, this is later. Usually it's 10, 20, 20 blinds.
Blinds are up.
Danny.
You can hear the players talking about it too. Yeah, we usually do start a little lower in the levels, but tonight they just really extended these levels to get to the final table here.
I'm just glad to see it pick back up. WSOP was kind of. That happens. Yeah. People get excited about that.
Robert here in the cutoff, the King 7 of clubs. Just going to fold it out here. I think that was a good spot there to probably put in the raise. Any kind of suited king, suited ace.
Yeah, I like the suited kings in later position. And like you said, with the suited ace in position, they play a little well. And sometimes you can just steal the blinds.
SC gonna go for the steal here. The 9-4 clubs.
Make it 120.
Yeah.
Yawa Jack 10. I think this is actually probably a jam, but she is just gonna fold. And I think actually
this might be a jam from Nelda.
This is also a jam,
yeah,
I think.
absolutely.
From a button, against the button open.
Yeah, 100% of the time.
Against a button open min raise. Suited King 8. It might be right on the cusp, but with her exact stack size, less than 6 big blinds, it should be an all-in from Nelda. I know, but she's just going to call here, play a little more conservative here. And let's hope that doesn't come back to bite her by slow playing here. And it's just going to come ace, queen, jack, a complete whiff from her hand. And now he's in the driver's seat here to take down this pot. And that doesn't need to go too large here.
60.
A min bets.
Nelda with backdoor and gut shot equity.
Actually with the best hand right now with just king high. Let's see if she decides to make a play at the pot here.
Yeah, really the only play here is to jam.
She can think of the range of hands that he could be opening with in this spot. I mean, unfortunately, a lot of them do connect to the board, right?
Yeah.
Like Jack 10, Jack 9, Jack 8, Queen 9, Queen 8. I mean, the only other hands really are like King 10, or I mean, that's a flop straight, I guess. Like King 9 that she can fold out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just tough. Yeah, that's why.
That's where you got to get it in pre there.
Yeah, for sure. Super important to study those push-fold charts at different stack depths and from different positions. You know, I mean, you're not seeing the same players on this final table just because of luck. You know,
yeah.
Like these players study their big blind push-fold charts. You know, what hands are 3-betting with from what position. Playing in positions is so important. Let's see what Nelda wakes up with here in the small blind. And she's going to rip it here. And Joe here with 8-7.
Joe might just call this off. We've seen him in the past, and he really likes to play these type hands, these connected hands. And with him being on the big blind, he might.
Yeah, I mean,
he's really thinking about it.
He has a chance here to knock out a player and get some more chips. And you know the ranges are super wide from small blind jams. And he does make the call here, and Nelda's not going to like to see it.
Yeah, I'm not super shocked by that. We've seen Joe play a lot on this final table. I played with him in person, and he likes to play these spots with these type of holdings.
And against a capable player like Nelda, you know she could be waking up with a wide range of hands. You know, any kind of face card that you're super live against. Let's see what the flop brings here. It's going to come ace, ace 4. Actually, some equity here for the 5-3.
Backdoor club as well.
Oh, my gosh. Chop outs. But she can still scoop. And a 3.
Oh, wow.
A 3 on the river.
The 3 from space, and Nelda doubles up.
I mean,
so sick.
She had almost the entire deck there on the turn. Any club, any deuce, any 5, any 3.
That's insane.
Wow, wow, wow.
And she hits
It's
one.
easier when you watch on TV.
And she gets the full double through Joe, and Joe,
I don't have anything.
just unfortunate for him there, was, I mean, a lot of chop outs as well.
Yeah. Yeah, what a crazy hand that was.
Yeah, totally agree with you there, Mitchell. Yeah, good players, multiple buy-ins, and timely run good for sure. Yeah, I mean, you should be able to recognize if you're in the right mindset for a rebuy, you know, and just, you know, if you're kind of tilted after a big hand that knocked you out, probably not the best spot to rebuy.
And Yaya with the suited king, she's going to elect to go all in.
She knows her push-fold charts.
Absolutely. I played with Yaya a lot.
Dan here in the big blind.
Definitely knows what to do.
Ooh,
And Danny
9-8
here.
of clubs here.
Wow.
Interesting spot.
In his big blind.
Yeah, I think this is a call.
Yeah, I think it is too. And I think Danny knows it is too. He just hates to be in this position.
Yeah.
But you have to put the call in there, especially with how shallow she is and being it being your big blind.
Oh, Jamie.
It's a toss-up here, right? 60-40, I think.
Oh, 9 in the
9
window.
in the window. No diamonds for Yaya. She's poised to be the first player eliminated if she can't find a 5 on the river here or a king. Jack on the river, and Yaya is going to be eliminated in 9th place. Congratulations to her.
Good game, Yaya, coming back from a $500 chip, pink chip, all the way to the final table.
Yeah,
It's
chip
insane.
in a chair all the way to the final table, cashing for $1,771. GG's to Yaya. A nice little chip up there for Danny. He's up to 20 big blinds, back up to what he started with on the final table.
Okay, we broke the seal, guys.
Yeah, absolutely right, Mitchell. Yeah, I think that's what he thought about. It's like, yeah, he's supposed to make the call, but he knows she's such a good player, doesn't want to give chips to such a capable opponent, but got lucky there. Charlie here, under the gun to pocket threes. If he wasn't the chip leader, I think I'd just be folding this hand under the gun, but you know he's got plenty of big blinds to work with.
Yeah, now with one of the shorter stacks eliminated, he can start to ramp up that aggression.
Queen 10, whoa, what a fold there.
Oh boy.
I guess it's a pretty big raise. It's not just a min raise. It folds all the way around there. Easy chip up there for Charlie.
Getting right back to it. Yeah, between this level and I think the next level, we're going to really see some fireworks here. These short stacks just getting crippled.
Yeah, what is it going to go up to, like 40-80, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because, I mean, the tournament's usually over by now.
Yeah.
I think, and then by this blind level, it might get up to, like, what, the fifth, or it's usually a lot shorter by now, at least.
Yeah.
It usually ends around, though, like 5,100. Actually, no, 5,100. I think it's usually still over before then, right? Danny going to raise the button with the King Jack and take it the blinds down. Over 500 viewers right now. What's up, everybody? Great showing so far. For those of y'all just now joining us, you're watching the final table of the weekly Saturday 20K Guaranteed Tournament. Our players here started at 10 a.m., $365 buy-in, 30K starting stack, and now we're to our final 8. Unfortunately, we had our first knockout not too long ago. Yaya, a.k.a. Laura, got eliminated. GG's to her.
3.5x the guarantee, so another big payday for whoever takes this home.
Yeah, those of y'all just now joining us, if you haven't hit that like button yet, smash that like button. Helps us out a lot. And appreciate all the support as well as Nelda
do
here.
Appreciate it.
Suited wheel card.
Hey, Aaron in the chat. What's up, my guy?
Shade over 10 big blinds. Just going to put in a raise here.
Hopefully trying to induce some action. Weird spot for Jack 9 out of the small blind. Yeah, I was gonna say that flat there really could induce action from Stefan if he had woken up with a hand. He's probably gonna jam that, so he kind of dodged that. And now we go heads up.
King, Jack, 6. Charlie gonna outflop Nelda here.
Let's see what Charlie decides to do here and what Nelda decides to do.
Okay.
Is she gonna try to rep range and just blast this?
Only 500K, just over pot size bet. Yeah, I think I like that check a lot. Try to pick up a free turn card here. 2 pair now for Charlie, and I think this is a clear spot for him to lead out. Deny equity to those single heart holdings.
Absolutely.
You know, Nelda could very well have a hand like pocket queens with a heart that you get value from, but she ended up having nothing there, and Charlie's going to take this one down.
Yeah, any ace X of heart with the single heart as well.
So not only do we stream our final table tournaments every Saturday, we do weekly cash games here from TCH Dallas on Tuesday and Wednesday. And if you're interested in playing one of those live streams, hit that link there that Streamlabs just posted in the chat. You know, we answer a few questions and fill out that form, and we'll definitely get back to you as soon as we can. To play one of our live streams. Both Pez and I played on one of the cash stream live streams before.
Absolutely.
And it's a lot of fun. You know, at least the first time I did it, I couldn't help but just watch the live stream all over again and just, you know, enjoy every moment again.
It's a great tool as well for
learning
studying
too, yeah.
and learning, you know, why you do things and how to get better from your own play. So I know I enjoy it for that fact as well.
Raise 160.
Yeah, I'm not going to out you out on like who your coach is, but I'm actually good friends with your coach.
Yeah.
And yeah, he says that we use that as the good learning tool between him. As the stream.
Yeah, it's real interesting. I get myself into some interesting spots too, so it's good for the conversation.
Yeah, yeah. From my understanding, Sturdy actually started taking coaching from the same person as well, right?
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I think that's
that.
what he told me.
Yeah,
it's very cool.
Not very talkative tonight. These players really tuned in.
I was about to say, is like normally when Ben and I are doing the cash game streams, like half the time we don't have to say anything because there's plenty of conversation. But yeah, I mean,
it's pretty tense out there right now. I'll definitely say that.
To be fair, there is 16K for first.
Absolutely.
But I mean, I think even when I was on the final table, there was like 10K up for first, and I was chatting up. Yeah,
I think it would take me probably an orbit or two to get comfortable and out of this super concentrated mode, but I would get there eventually myself too.
I think there's a clear spot for Stefan to go all in here for less than 6 big blinds.
And if this folds back around to Danny, I think he might as well just call here with already putting 125 in. Not an easy one to make though.
Yeah, I mean, it's so little more to call here, and he has plenty of chips. It doesn't really hurt his stack all too much if he loses, but has a lot to gain, right? So
absolutely.
He's still going to have around 20 bigs if he loses this pot.
He hates it, but he's got to do it again.
Let's see if he can get lucky here. Pocket 6 is in the lead right now. Danny looking for a 4 or some running straight possibilities.
Some 4-card straight action, but really only one combo of that works.
Safe flop for Stefan right now. 7 on the turn. Needs a 4 and a 4 only. And that's going to be a nice double up there for Stefan, up to 810K.
Yeah, these short stacks really staying around, doubling up when it's important, making this very interesting.
And like I said earlier, I mean, yeah, that call there really didn't hurt Danny's position at all. But he had a lot to gain and knocking out a player, and got quite a bit to gain from the pay jumps as well.
Yeah.
What, 600 more?
Half the table under 10 big blinds now, too. That's just
yeah, I think
it's
you're
just
right.
bound to happen.
It's going to start going off.
Yeah, the hurricane's brewing. Looks like it's going to be a Category 5 in 11 minutes.
Yeah, it's not looking good for a lot of the short stacks here.
No, yeah, you really just have to start taking your equity and just jamming and hoping for the best. It's not real beneficial to go in very shallow and try to double up when you're extra shallow. You want to try to do it when you have more chips, so that's more effective.
Yeah, so I actually don't mind Robert's play here at all. Just because, you know, you have an opponent that does cover you. So, I mean, you might be able to get away from it, say, like, if SC decides to jam and Nelda rejams.
Absolutely, yeah.
Then you know, like, okay, my 8s aren't probably good here. And, and she goes all in here. And a snap call from Robert, I imagine.
Absolutely.
And it's not looking good for Nelda right now. 8's way in the lead. Looking for that ace or some, you know, the wheel on the flop maybe. Running hearts.
Running hearts or diamonds, perhaps.
It's not looking good for her. Queen 6-4. Pocket 8 still in the lead.
Rainbow. Another 6 here.
Inconsequential deuce on the river, and Nelda's going to be eliminated in 8th place. Congratulations to her. Another final table for Miss Nelda, taking home $2,200.
Good game, Nelda. Always good to see you.
I'll take one more.
You know, for those players that like to play these terms all the time, and, you know, when you keep making final tables, you're just essentially free rolling the next weekend to play this tournament on Saturday again and try to hit a big score. So GG's to Nelda, everyone. Appreciate her for coming out here to TCH Dallas. I know she's a big fan of our tournaments here.
Yeah, I see her all the time.
Danny with the jiggities under the gun. Going to raise up to 125.
Oh,
man.
Boy, Raja.
He waited for his spot. Got
Man,
quite
and
lucky
these
there.
Spots are so frustrating, too. Oh, my. I hate when this happens, especially at a final table where you're picking hands up and, you know, you just start slowly crippling down your stack because you run into situations like this where you either have to call and you lose, and then, like, now he just sees he's dominated and
Can't catch a break.
he's
then?
not, yeah. You can hear him talking about it.
I think that was
Just
Stefan
can't
saying
catch a
that,
break, yeah. Really tough spot to be in, and especially when you have that amount of chips. I mean, you have to call this off.
Oh, and Jack in the window.
Yeah, I take that back.
Oh, we got a
always
sweat,
a sweat
here. Yeah, always a sweat. A king or a queen.
Never easy.
Oh my gosh, that's so gross. Oh man. And he rivers the Broadway Straight. That's just crazy. My gosh.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's unfortunate for Danny. It's
Oh boy.
just pot after pot. He can't catch a break, and you know it's just so frustrating.
It
when
really is.
You wake up with such a big hand, and an opponent that should just never have a better hand than you with that many big blinds.
Yeah.
Or like very rarely, right?
Rarely, yeah.
They have just like king high or queen high or. Oh man. I mean, but Danny's professional. He can take it.
Yeah, he's been in this situation probably a lot more than a lot of these other players.
More times than that. Stefan going to raise to 140K with my favorite hand and favorite suit, too. Let's see what happens here.
Jack 10. Oh, 9-10. That's right.
9-10 suited, man. 9-10 suited.
Yeah, I knew it had a 10 in there.
And it's going to get through. Nice hand there for Stefan.
Seven-handed here, 6 minutes left in the level.
Yeah, it's go time for these smaller stacks. I mean, they got to start either, you know, chipping away at the bigger stacks or hoping that someone else gets knocked out so they get some pay jumps. And the decisions only get tougher as the pay jumps get bigger, so let's see how these players adjust.
Let's see if SC wants to apply some pressure with an ace here. Oh, he's going to rip it.
That's a pretty big jam there.
He's going to attack this big blind, and Danny with king-queen now with a real tough decision.
Just over 10 bigs.
That size ship is just, oh man, this is crazy.
Let's see here. What does he have? 15 big blinds?
Yeah, what's he open ripping 15 big blinds here with?
Sorry.
And this just shows how much of a thinker Danny is. He's looking at how many chips Joe has and how many chips the big blind has. You know, I mean, that definitely comes into consideration, like what your opponent's going to be jamming over all those opponents with. So, I mean, if he notices that his opponent covered all the opponents, and he could be jamming pretty wide here. Any ace that he's essentially coin flipping with, 60-40, but, you know.
Yeah, this is actually a real tough spot, yeah. And he makes the fold.
Jack 8 of hearts here. Less than 6 bigs. Gonna fold it out.
6 deuce again.
No, better than that, but
Yeah, that's a real tough spot for Danny to be in there with that specific hand out of the small blind.
Yeah, and obviously there's the smaller stacks he has to consider. Joe and Stefan? No. What is this other spot? Is it Roger?
Yeah. Some ICM implications there for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And I tend to agree with Nick from Chatsville. King Queen is a jamming hand, not a calling hand. Yeah,
100%.
Nothing feels worse than calling off your tournament life. You know, you're like, oh, I call, and then they just have Ace King.
Yeah,
like, oh,
dominated.
Yeah.
Ace King, Ace Queen.
Any ace.
Yeah.
Ace Jack, and you just, ugh. Much better ending putting the pressure on and not calling with, though, for sure. Say Danny had less than 8 big blinds, I think he'd probably stick the money in there. You know, and he was actually the smallest stack too. But you know, with 2 smaller stacks, 10 big blinds, plenty to work with here.
Absolutely.
We've seen people come back from less. Yeah.
Oh boy.
A 3?
Running cold. I was up to 280, and now I ran so cold.
Let's see. All right, I guess I gotta sneak in there since you rolled low.
Oh.
That's how it works.
Took the bomb. SC looking at King 5 suited. Oh, Joe with pocket queens here. Raja with the suited ace, he's going to let it go.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine to fold that.
Oh, wow.
King 10 of hearts. I think this is an easy call here.
Yeah, I think he has to. It's one of those spots where just really difficult because of the stack behind as well, but I tend to agree here with the amount of chips he has. I think this is just a call here.
Suited King 10, super live maybe with your king.
If you
and he does fold. Excuse me. He does make the fold, and I mean, how many big blinds is that? About 5 big blinds, 6 big blinds. I'd say that's pretty conservative.
Call that off.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty conservative fold there, but no. A lot to consider in play here as well. A lot of paid jumps.
Yeah, and I mean, with him having the chip lead,
no reason
he
to
can
just
take a passive route and still be successful. So it's nothing.
Totally agree.
Nothing crazy.
No reason to just start donating 6 big blinds at a time.
Let's see, looking at pocket 5s now.
Just under 20 big blinds. This is going to raise.
Oh, boy.
Oh. What a spot here. In the +1 with pocket kings. Going for the all-in. All-in for less than 10 big blinds with the pocket kings. And it's pretty much a cooler situation here. Pocket pair versus pocket pair. Not the spot you want to be if you're SC. But Joe is the one at risk here. He needs to avoid a 5 if SC does make the call.
And if SC thinks Joe's making a move here, he might actually put the chips in.
It is going to be close to about half his stack here. Half his remaining stack.
Count his stack out.
Coin flipping with hands like king, queen, ace, king, ace, queen, ace, jack. A wide variety of holdings that Joe could be doing this with. And for less than 10 big blinds.
And he makes the call.
And he's going to see the bad news. It's pair over pair. Can SC find a 5?
Dominated here
on this board here.
Backdoor diamonds for the 5. No help there.
And that's the double up for Joe. And now he's up to 1.2 million. And with the stacks this close, it's just people are just swapping chips back and forth.
And we're going into that 40-80-80 level. It's a big level here for a lot of these stack sizes.
Yeah, I think the next level just goes straight up to 5100K.
It does.
So
yep, sure does.
This is getting serious.
This is the time for sure. Yeah.
This is definitely the make or break moment for a lot of these shorter stacks. If they can't find the double up, I mean, they're at the mercy of the blinds.
Absolutely.
You never really want to be doing that in a tournament when you're finally making the final table. Almost 700 viewers here. Really great showing here.
The room was packed tonight too when we got here. Just a lot of action.
Oh, for
Every
sure.
table full.
Yeah, actually ran into our old friend Prosper Donkey, a.k.a. Shane there.
Shane.
Yeah, I got to talk to him for a little bit. Saw a few other players. Steven, he's played on our 510 stream a few times. I saw the big game on table 19, Moneymaker.
Absolutely.
Was it Jim V there too? I
Jim
think
V was there.
Yeah, there's a lot of our stream regulars, a lot of our stream crushers as well.
And Raja going to go all in with pocket 6s. No one to defend here. Let's see what SC wakes up with. Yeah, nothing there.
Raja's staying alive here, and that's kind kind of the name of the game for tournaments, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, you don't. It doesn't matter how many chips you have.
Even just taking the blinds down is just such a big win for a short stack at this point.
Oh, for sure. I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter how many chips you have. It just matters that you end up with all the chips.
Yeah.
So. Jay Wilkes in the chat here. What was the buy-in and how many players? I think we had about 46 or so players. Well, entrants. I don't know how many individual players we had. And the buy-in was $365.
Danny now looking at pocket queens. Under the gun, and he's just going to open rip.
What's the count?
Oh, boy.
Golly.
Joe again.
Man, the number of pair versus pair hands, what we had, what, SC had 5s, right?
Yeah.
Against his kings, and now he has the 5s. Man, it's an under-the-gun jam here. I mean, you have to know you're coin flipping at best.
Yeah, absolutely.
For that many big blinds.
And it being Danny.
Under-the-gun jam, I mean.
It being Danny, you know, he's just he's not one to really fool around and just try to steal blinds.
Yeah, I mean,
he's making that chip with a lot of confidence in his hand.
Yeah, I think he's folding his ace-10s, his ace-jacks. Well, I think that's kind of the problem, is that it's like super weighted towards more mainly pocket pairs, right? And there's less combos of those hands you're flipping against, because I think he's just going to fold those under the gun.
Yeah.
So I think that was a very good fold there from Joe. Oh, man. Away from the table. Oh, yeah, pocket 10s.
No, he didn't. Oh.
The butterfly effect. You're going to go on and win the tournament.
Oh, no.
He had pocket 10s. No.
This late in the tournament, too. My gosh.
What did he step away for?
I would never step away this late.
What was he doing?
If I'm short stack, I have to see every hand.
Oh, no.
There's just no benefit. Oh, boy, Danny in another spot here. He might just have to call this off.
And now he was talking about the butterfly effect. And the fact that Raja didn't play his pocket 10s,
yeah, that's
he might get
wild.
he might get a lot of chips here because of that. Speaking of the butterfly effect.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Speaking it into existence. Ace-5 versus pocket 2s.
It's actually looking pretty bad for the pocket 2s. Some counterfeit outs there. Oh,
and
an ace on the flop. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
That's wild.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Raja. The
Danny
butterfly effect, indeed. And now Danny has 1.3 million chips. Wow.
Raj turning a set.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Butterfly effect, indeed.
And I think, like, I don't know if Danny's in.
Danny's folding, but
yeah.
I mean, I think SC still might pick in with the deuces.
Absolutely.
No, I literally was just trying to get my bearings and make sure I understood the action. I wasn't even close to it. I was talking to you. That's all.
Yeah, just wondering.
Congratulations to SC going out in 7th place. We're now down to our final 6. Charlie here under the gun with the ace-jack.
Raise to 300.
So I said I wasn't trying to flip over.
You was still rolling.
No, with him. With the ace-5.
No, you wasn't. It was in a timer, man.
What does Robert have here?
Mystery hand.
Really in the tank here.
And he hasn't really tanked too much this final table, so you kind of feel like he's got a big one.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to let it go. Wow. I wonder what he had. And Charlie's going to take it down. Everybody on the right side of the table, and then the one on the left in the one seat.
The elimination is just 2, 3, 4. over 700 viewers. Appreciate everyone joining us. If you're just now joining us, you're listening to the voices of Derek and Pez. The Peasant himself, one of our chat pros, and Stefan here. Oh, with the birds.
Our first American Airlines sighting. And let's see how he decides to play this. We've seen the players play their big hands with these kind of stacks in a variety of ways. We've seen them jam like this, and we've seen them open. But I think this is the correct play. Oh, no. And actually, I think it's just too much for pocket sixes here.
10 big blinds. He has more than 10 big blinds. Pocket six is pretty close. I mean, I think like what, 8s plus is pretty snap.
Yeah, 8s plus, and Danny makes the right fold there, I think.
8s, 9s plus, but it's just 6s.
Yeah, 6s facing an under the gun jam. You're just never in a great spot there.
Got some counterfeit possibilities too against ace king, ace queen.
I already got your any big blind, right?
That is rough. A lot of that going on tonight. A lot of kings versus 5s, queens versus 5s, aces versus 6s.
Who am I kidding? You don't go watch the tapes. You don't have time for that.
I will.
Okay.
I enjoy it. Yeah, no, like every hand. It's interesting. Every hand is so important right now. It's like
I had aces right there.
Did you really?
Yeah, and Danny's so right now. Every hand very important at this level. With these chip stacks, they really want to try to double up so they can attack later on. With the chip leader having almost half the chips in play.
All in.
Joe's going to make a move here.
1 million.
Out of the hijack with queen 7 off.
Computer hand.
One day I want to bet $1 billion. Yeah, I don't know if I'm ever going to get these opportunities, but I'm going to try. There was over $1 billion in one of the early housewarming. Does the main even go for that? You know, I don't think so. But the housewarming at the World Series.
The really big fields will have it, yeah.
$1 billion chips.
I remember the Big 50 had it. I'm sure the housewarming did as well.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've bet $1 million chips before. I want to bet $1 billion.
Yeah, that'd be insane.
Yeah, I'm with Danny
$1 billion jam.
I'm all in. How much is it? $1 billion.
2.6 B.
2.6 BBs. Oh my gosh.
$5 million chip. What's that? No, I'm just talking about the chips denominations during the final table of the housewarming.
Oh wow, and Robert here gets to walk here with the pocket 7s. Unfortunate there for him. Wow, I think we can get to, let's see if we can get to 1,000 viewers tonight. 740 viewers.
Nice.
Right now.
Yeah, TCH Live, final table, Saturday tournament. Like we bring you every week here. We appreciate all you stopping by.
I think I just heard SC on the
call
you
for did,
yeah. SC for 1-2. He's gonna maybe try to parlay that tournament cash.
And Raja's gonna jam the ace jack suited here.
Yeah, very clear jam here. Oh, Robert's kind of more in spot here.
With Raja only having 340K, I think Robert has to call this off. In the small blind.
340K, a shade over 4 big blinds. I mean, but like Danny said, every pot is just so important right now. You call here, I mean, Roger's getting up to about 900K. Does Joe want to gamble here? No, he doesn't make the fall. Okay.
I didn't want to say anything. I don't know. I mean, if it's suited, he might have. Who knows? Yeah, these stack sizes are really putting these players in really tough positions. You know,
And
getting this late, 4 big blinds is a lot out of your stack when you're holding, you know, sub 20.
Yeah, and we haven't really seen too much aggressive action here from Charlie, our big stack right now. I mean, he has over 30 big blinds, but he's not really leveraging it too much. So this could be a good opportunity for these middling stacks to, you know, put some pressure on the other stacks and chip up here. As Charlie just, I mean, he hasn't really gotten too many hands, but we've seen some hands that he could have raised with, or maybe put in some light 3-bets, but he decided not to.
But I think that's also a case of the same thing that we're talking about here with the stack sizes. You know, he might not want to open himself up to being aggressed towards, but I think with his image, it would definitely be in his benefit to be a little more aggressive and try to take down some of the blinds and apply that pressure.
Queen 8 in the big blind here. A shade over a min raise. He might try to just defend his big blind here, as he probably should with a wide variety of holdings here. Ace, Jack 5. Jack 10 going to take the lead.
And Robert going to continue and just take it down. As we get a shot of our room here, packed house, as you guys can see.
See if we can spot any players out there.
There's Shane. I was talking to him earlier like you were.
Michael there in seat 2.
Oh, yeah.
Table 8. Winner of our Mystery Bounty Tournament and Tournament Crusher here at TCH Dallas. Other than that, I didn't really see any other players. But yeah, back to our table here. Final 6. All very solid players here. Trying to just make some pay jumps. I mean, once we get to the next blind level here,
it's just
I turn into a shove fest.
It's going to be like the morning turbo.
You know, and you know, and I always tend to disagree. People say that, like, you know, when you get super short like this, it's just a no skill, just all in gamble fest. I mean, you know, you got to know what hands you're supposed to be going all in with, and what hands you're not to, and what hands you're calling with, right?
Absolutely.
It goes both ways.
Yep.
So, you know, it's not just pick any hand and go with it. It's, you know, you got to be selective, and you got to be aware of what your stack size is compared to your opponents. And the pay jumps as well. A lot to consider. King Jack of Spades under the gun for Stefan.
Let's see what he decides to do here. Probably going to open.
Yeah, I think if he's going to jam the aces here, he has to jam the King Jack of Spades. Keep your opponents guessing. Oh my gosh. How many times are we going to see pockets 5s and 6s?
Yeah, Charlie in a similar position. I think
this is a big portion of the stack there.
Yeah.
It's going to get it through. Just in time for the big blinds.
Oh man, I don't
750K. I mean, at some point you got to start defending
you gotta
those
start.
hands.
Yeah, you got to it's really comes down to if you want to, like, how much do you want to go for the win? Right. Like, do you want to try to win a tournament, or do you want to try to ICM it and kind of place it like the best you can? I lean towards the side of, like, hey, I want to go out here and try to win this thing, you know, maximize my opportunity at the final table with whatever chips I have. So
right. So he had, like, what, 2.6 million. If he made that call, he would still have about 1.8, 1.9 million. So
and that's still a lot of chips.
Plenty
here.
of chips.
Yeah. I think I let that one rip, but under the gun, you know, that's a strong range too. And he said he had aces earlier, so you could be dominated there a lot of the part of the time. And Danny gonna take it down.
We take a look at the big blinds here. Yeah, Charlie are still way in the lead with 30 big blinds. Still yet to leverage his stack and try to take away the chip lead. Robert pretty far behind there with 18 bigs. and everyone else pretty short.
Yeah, 3,400 is the next pay jump here. 11 minutes left in this level. I imagine we're going to be seeing this style of poker for the next 20, 30 minutes here.
Hook Pilot says it had to be a call. Yeah, I mean, yeah, especially with the stack size.
I think that's a,
You call, you still have 20 big blinds.
For me, I think that's a call.
Say you call and you have like less than 10, then yeah, you don't want to be in that spot. You're in the danger zone.
Stefan now with another hand.
You're not short of cards here to play with, so.
And he's going to show that one. Trying to
get some respect.
Yeah, prove that he's like, when he's out of position, he's not doing it lightly.
You know, and I see a lot of the comments here, and I think this is why I'm a kind of an advocate for, you know, playing out the final tables of those smaller tournaments, right? If you're chip leading, you want to get that practice in.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
because when you get in these spots in these bigger tournaments, you want to know what to do.
Yeah, and be comfortable with that.
I'm always team no chop for those smaller tournaments. Get the practice in, the short-handed play, because rarely do you ever actually get that kind of experience. And when it comes into play for, you know, say you're playing for 16,000 first, or, you know, 800,000 at the World Series of Poker, people aren't going to be chopping at those big final tables. So.
Not at all. And the more experienced players definitely aren't taking a passive route to try to win it. They're gonna try to seize an opportunity and take as much equity as they can, apply pressure.
Enrique with a question here. How do you know every player hand? Is there a camera below the table? I don't understand this too much. Hey, this is a great question, buddy. So we actually use RFID chip cards. There's little chips inside the cards. They're very special cards. Each deck's about $200, so they're not cheap. But our table has certain scanners, and you can't really see them in the camera right now. But there's outline boxes where the players scan their cards, and that information is then relayed to our action tracker, Tyler, here. And then he inputs that information for y'all to see on the back end. Great question, buddy. Yeah, if y'all have any other questions about our live stream, TCH Dallas, got a question from either me or Pez, we're happy to do our best to answer.
Absolutely. And Joe gonna flat, and Danny's just gonna make the check here. Going to a flop, 5, 6, 9, 2 spades.
Big old nothing burger for both players, as Ben Miney likes to say. Danny can take the betting lead here with the backdoor diamonds and 1 over.
I actually like that play a lot. That board connects with a lot of checking, big blind checking range there. And with the small blind not having anything, it's just insta-fold.
Yeah, no problem, Enrique. Happy to help. If you're new to our live stream, you know, consider hitting that sub button or our like button on our video here. Especially if you hit our sub button, you'll get notified whenever we go live. And you get to access all of our content, all our amazing content that our producer puts out. Highlights of our cash game streams.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday streaming cash stream games.
Yeah, Monday currently from Austin, Tuesday, Wednesday from Dallas, and Thursday we're back to Austin.
And I think it's the big game again on Tuesday, and then 5-5-10 on Wednesday.
For sure.
Oh, here we go.
He's going to peel that second card and see the paired card. And he's going to go all in.
Absolutely. And we're off to a race here. Pocket Jack's currently ahead. Another short stack trying to stay alive. Let's see what the flop brings.
Needs a dodge king. Oh, and a set. That would have been Raj's second set of the night if he had played the pocket tens earlier, and that is it. King 7 drawing dead.
And he's going to get the full double up. And Raja saying for Yaya, that was the seat that she was in when she chipped up from the 1 chip to make it to the final table.
Lucky seat.
So she was sitting there before the at the redraw, and that's where she did all her damage at. So maybe it is a lucky seat tonight. Seat number 7 there. Raja staying alive.
Almost 800 viewers here. Great showing this Saturday evening. Appreciate everyone joining us here, wherever you may be. Yeah, currently in Texas right now, it is hot outside.
It's hot, man.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's hot. This is one of the worst summers that I've experienced in a long time. It's gotten hot early and it stayed hot.
Yeah, I mean, you're waking up at like 8 a.m., 9 a.m., and it's just already 90 degrees. And
Yeah, I mean, I wake up earlier than that and it's already hot. It's already already got to blast the AC in the car.
I think what ace 3 is gonna outflaw. No, ace king 6. King 6 for Raja.
Yeah, both players with the pair here.
Let's see here. I mean,
Going with check on this flop, it's not out of the question for Raja to call. Like I don't see Charlie checking any queen in his range here.
Oh no,
yeah,
especially with a flush draw out there.
Yeah, I think his 6 with the flush block. Oh, he's actually gonna lay it down.
He's gonna think of a better spot. Gonna show the 3 and maybe give him a little head scratcher there.
Yeah.
Christopher Hare says from AZ here watching. Assuming that's Arizona.
Yeah, it's probably hot over there too. He probably knows better than we do.
I mean, but Arizona has like a dry heat, man. I've been there with Lauren's grandparents used to live there, so we visited them one time, and yeah, you're in the sun and you're just like, oh, this is terrible. It's like 122. And then once you get in the shade, you're perfectly fine. Like it's not the same kind of humidity that we kind of get here in North. For some reason, we get humidity in North Texas. Might be from all the lakes in our area.
Joe with King Jack suited, he's gonna elect to rip it. Oh, Stefan here with Ace 5 suited. Could definitely be a candidate here.
Does he want to gamble here?
Oh,
no,
man.
he doesn't.
I think I let that rip as well, to be honest. Especially on my big blind.
It's tough. It's tough.
It's just it's one of those hands where you just have a lot of equity, but he's gonna like to let it go.
So in that exact spot, I'm more tempted to call off with like a hand like Jack 10 suited or Jack 9 suited, just because you're less likely to be dominated. All right. So like say Joe has like Ace 10 plus.
Yeah, that's fair.
Ace 10, Ace Jack, Ace Queen, Ace King. You're hating life. Yeah, I think if I peel a hand like Jack 10 suited, I'm just snapping that all in. Oh,
Oh man,
this is another annoying spot. Pocket 4s
with 3 players behind as well. You have to let this one go. If he was last to act, he might call it off, but.
And Joe here gonna take down another pot. Everyone really close except for the chip leader, Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie really just mitigating his risk here. He's just letting these short stacks attack each other.
Saw a question here from Nick Richardson. What temperature do you set your AC at when you're at home? We keep ours at a cool 70.
It depends for me. So like, I'm like a 72 if I'm awake, and then when I'm going to sleep, I drop it to like 68.
Okay, so you vary yours.
Yeah,
okay, we just keep
drop
ours
it
at
all
70.
the way down whenever I'm going to sleep. I gotta have that thing iceberg cold.
That's fair. That's where we have our Egyptian cotton sheets, actually, to keep us cool.
Yeah.
And we have our fan running up full blast.
What you got over there? Like the 2,000 thread count or something? I don't know what the best is. I'm just like making a joke.
I think it's. I think it actually might be. It's pretty up there because she found a good deal on it.
Oh, nice.
Like 50% off. Something like that.
Joe's going all in with Ace 5.
Robert here probably going to Hollywood just a little bit, but I imagine he's going to fold in the Queen 5.
Well, Robert's probably getting tired of this as well. It's like you can't have a hand every time you jam it. It's just the odds of you having something premium every time. You know, he might be seeing him take advantage of a passive table here and just realizing that, you know, Joe might be getting out of line, but he's still going to elect not to this one.
Yeah, I mean, on the other hand, though, you know, I don't want to play, 12 hours of poker to go out with Queen 5 offsuit.
Yeah.
So that might have been
off of a read.
Yeah, no, what you said entirely could be true.
Yeah.
But I think what ran through his mind is like, you know, I'm tired of getting bullied here, but I'm not ready to get eliminated with Queen 5 off. And on stream, too. And, you know, I don't know what the heck those dinguses, Derek and Pez, are going to say about that call.
And the shove fest has definitely started here. Oh, Charlie with King Queen. Let's see if Charlie tries to protect his hand any if he does want to play.
Good, how are you? Happy birthday. Happy birthday week. Happy birthday week.
Roger going to jam it under the gun. Ace-9 off. Yeah, I think for how his stack size is, they're perfectly fine, and they're pretty short-handed right now. Charlie here, the king-queen. I mean, at some point, right, you got to make a stand.
Yeah, it's a tough, with the players behind, you could really float the pot, but king-queen here with sitting on 2.7, it's just like we were talking about earlier, you know, which route are you going to take here? Are you going to take a passive route, or are you going to try to win this tournament?
I like a rejam here, actually.
I love a rejam here. I love a rejam here because the ICM implications for everybody else, they're going to let them, they're just going to get out of the way if they don't have a premium and try to let Charlie take Raja out.
You could probably fold out a lot of hands like 7s
yeah,
or
anything
lower,
like 9's down, I think, 8's down, 10's probably not.
But then even against hands like 10s, you're coin flipping with. So he does make the call, and Raj is going to be, you know, at risk here, but with the lead still. Ace-9 against king-queen.
I know who the table's rooting for.
I mean, I haven't seen you lose a flip or anything.
You guys have lost all winner, like, since we had the final table.
He has been running hot. That's
what
we were
I'm trying
watching
to do.
him play when they were down to 2 tables, and he was just hitting all of his hands.
Just keep going.
Ace high still in lead.
2 spades, no spades in each player's hand.
Needs a king or a queen right now.
10 of 5 to chop. And a 9.
9.
And Raja's going to stay alive again in the lucky seat.
Wow, now he's up to 1.3 million. Okay. Now
And
blinds.
Yeah, now we're at that big boy level.
500, 100K.
Yeah, this
or
is
5100K. We haven't seen the tournament get to this point in the blind level.
I think it got there last week, if I'm not mistaken. But it was.
But they were like heads
quick.
up, right?
Yeah, it was over pretty quick. Yeah.
But we're still 6-handed here, ladies and gentlemen, and we still got quite a bit of poker to play.
This is going to get really interesting.
5100. Oh man, I tried. I didn't put out 50.
All in.
Joe's ripping any ace here. He's shown this aggression. Let's see what Raja has.
Did not scan. Nice hand there for Joe.
Finally got one.
Huh?
Finally got one.
Got what?
An ace.
Oh, I had a bunch of aces. Like, I hold an ace. Shit.
million chips right now, 10 big blinds.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like just thinking about this. I was like, almost everybody's under 15 bigs right now. Could be anyone's tournament still. If you catch an elimination or two and run good, you might have a stack ready to go against Charlie. But even when it gets there, you know, Charlie with this passive play thus far, whoever gets heads up with him is going to should have a pretty decent stack to go heads up against him.
Yeah, typically the larger stack's the one that drives a lot of the action at our final table. Like they're the ones like eliminating the more players and free betting more. But yeah, a lot more passive play here from our chip leader tonight. And you know, not saying that's right or wrong. It's just different play style.
Danny here looking at a pocket pair.
Get a fold from Raja, another fold from Charlie, and now Stefan here. King, queen suited.
Boy,
I think that's a call here.
Yep,
and
100%.
We got a pure coin flip here. King, queen suited against the pocket sevens. I think Stefan's actually at risk right now.
Yep. Stefan at risk. Good old classic. Tournament classic here.
And a set on the flop, and that's going to be it. Yeah, he's drawing dead, and that will be it for Stefan. Oh, unfortunate.
Danny eliminates Stefan. And with Stefan's hand, I mean, you have 8 bigs.
Yeah,
you have
can
to.
nothing you can do there.
Nothing you can do there. You just gotta let it ride.
And there's our 6th place finish here. Stefan finishing with $3,500. Nice game. Good game for him. Congratulations on making the final table.
One more, right? Yeah, one more. One more. One more. For the tax bubble.
Nick pointed out King Queen is the losing hand of the night.
Yeah,
it really hasn't ran well tonight.
Has not. Nice hand there for Danny.
I mean, Joe with the ship.
In Danny's defense, he has his fair share of beats earlier in the final table. So I think he was due to catch one there. Gonna fold the 7-6 of spades. Maybe he's a little deeper. Maybe the cash game is good to play it, but this is the final table. Roger gonna go all in with the king-jack off. Gonna fold to the big blind, and Robert here, the queen, 4 diamonds.
Robert just insanely card dead. He survived some ladder ups, but just hasn't had a lot of opportunities to play hands.
Yeah, no matter how card dead you get, it's typically better to be the aggressor rather than the caller, right? So, you want to put your opponent in a tough spot. You don't want to be the one with a tough decision. Just much better wait for a better spot. Down to our final 5, and with 824 viewers, we got a game now.
Yeah, really interesting game here now. This many players at 10 bigs or less.
That was pretty good. Fogo de Chao.
That was Brazilian?
I think that's what it is.
I thought it was a steak.
Yeah, it's like Brazilian.
It's a Brazilian circles.
Yeah.
Well, I have very much of
that. It was my first time. I really liked it. Too much food, but
yeah.
Robert now finally with the hand to play. He's just going to elect to rip it. Joe in his big blind with king 3 off.
Gonna find a better spot.
Yeah, they kept telling me like they were gonna. You put the green or whatever. Like they just come.
They keep serving, yeah.
I would have turned down a few things if I knew they were going to keep coming.
Yeah. Well, I showed up late, so.
Oh, yeah. Got to play catch up.
I had to catch up.
Yeah, if you're a meat lover, that place is awesome.
Talking about Fogo de Chao, man, that place is amazing. I don't know if you've ever been there.
I have, yeah. I've been to Fogo de Chao. I've been to a few other ones.
Texas de Brazil is another one.
Yeah,
solid.
I've been to that one.
Yeah.
I had picked We've gone to.
Honestly,
had it in a while, actually.
I really like the their like little cheese bread bites.
Yes,
oh
dude.
My God,
That's
so
the
good.
first thing I was just thinking about.
Yeah,
I was like, I want to go get the cheese bread.
When you go to like an Italian restaurant, they serve you like the breadsticks or whatever, or you go to a Mexican restaurant and they serve you the chips and salsa. The Brazilian steakhouse equivalent are these little like airy, almost like pillowy cheese-filled.
It's like a cheese puff.
Or they're not even cheese-filled, but
bread.
the bread itself like is made out of cheese.
Yeah.
So it's so good.
We go there a lot, but plus,
It's like a cheesy hush puppy, but not the same density.
Yeah, not the same density. It's more of a airy texture. A lot of gluten, I imagine.
It's like a donut hole, but with bread and cheese. That's like what I compare it to. Nick, I'm starving too. I'm killing myself over here.
Oh, I had some Whataburger
saw your cup.
before the stream. And
oh, Robert here.
Finally wakes up with a hand. Yeah, they actually, I guess, I didn't know this was a thing, but they came back with their second spicy ketchup.
Oh, yeah, the special edition number 2.
Special edition number 2, yeah. It was pretty good.
Robert opening instead of jamming here, trying to get some action, and Raja might just, absolutely. He's going to defend here. We're going to see a flop. We haven't seen a flop in like
I haven't seen a post-flop play in a while. This will be nice. 3 clubs on the board here. Raja with a club and 2 overs.
Wow. We could see this get interesting. Raja's going to check over. And as you can see on the equity, a lot of equity with 7 live outs.
It's kind of a weird spot. He has to call off a third of his stack here.
It's either, it's just, I think it's either a jam or a fold, really. I don't think he's ever just calling this.
It would be tough. What do you do on the turn?
Yeah.
What do you do on the turn if you miss?
He could be on the better club draw, too.
A long time, so I'm training it for the WSOP.
Danny getting his back stretches in.
Run, yeah.
His yoga.
Not bad, not bad. Probably more like 12 with all the breaks and I guess 10 hours of play.
Yeah, if I decide to go to the World Series next year, I think I might have to do exactly what Danny's doing. I mean, he's like, I gotta practice for those long days.
Yeah, you gotta start
play
training
those long sessions.
Those long sessions and get used to them.
Because if you make a deep run, I mean, for the main event, I know he's playing the main event, and I know our tournament director Eugene's gonna play the main event. If you make it to the final table, you're playing 7 days of 10 hours to 12 hours.
10 to 12 hours of poker, yeah.
Each day.
Just a serious grind.
And, there's no more November 9, so they play the final table when, you already played 6 days of poker.
I just can't imagine how exhausted you'd be after that. Just
I'm exhausted after 1 full day on a tournament.
Yeah, exactly. The mental exhaustion. Like, I go 5-6 hours, and I'm just, my head is mushy afterwards. It's just like everything's.
It's the main event, too, where, not only – I mean, any final table tournament, every decision's so big, but like, just I can't imagine that. Just $1 million pay jumps.
Yeah. Danny gonna rip 8s here. The snowman. See if Robert has anything. Nothing for him. PM saying he played 13 hours yesterday. My guy. Long
What a champion.
session. Yeah. Hand number 57 here, live from TCH Dallas.
About 2 hours into our final table.
Derek and Pez with you. Thanks for joining us. If you're new here, please hit that like and subscribe.
Wow, Charlie here with a 5X raise.
I actually saw him do this earlier, and I couldn't. Yeah, I didn't understand it at the time, but it's something that I saw him do when we were at 2 tables that I found very interesting with this game.
Is that it?
Are we gonna break the record?
Was it 80, 160, is it?
That's what he said.
Robert here looking at King 4 off.
Don't know what my keys are. Huh. Hope I didn't lose them.
Joe with ace-3 and Danny with 10-9. Both players flopping a pair here. Let's see what Joe decides to do with an over and a pair. And he's going to like to let it go. Danny now almost up to 2 million in chips. Yeah, if Danny can get one or more of these players out, it's going to turn into a real interesting game between him and Charlie. Danny gonna make a move here.
Oh no.
Oh. This can't be, oh boy.
Raja at risk though, but he's running hot.
Danny trying to make a move on the big blind and just gets caught. Oh my. Eight, 9, 3, 2 hearts. Danny with the heart.
Oh
and
my
another
God.
heart.
Ultimate sweat here. 10-4 out a heart.
Ace on the river.
And Raja gets the full double up there with the king queen of diamonds. He's the one that can win with the king queen, I guess. Getting up to 1.7 million.
In the lucky chair again. Danny trying to make a move on the big blind and just gets caught with one.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Indestructible. I can't.
Ryan Crow in the chat.
Hey, Ryan Crow, our CEO of Texas Card House. What's up, buddy?
How are you doing, Ryan? Thanks for joining us tonight. 800 viewers now.
Nine, 6 of hearts on the gun. Just going to fold and wait for a better spot. Danny here with the jacks, the jiggities, the fish hooks.
Let's see how he decides to play it, and he's going to go all in.
Yeah, I think the all-in's perfectly fine here. Definitely want to balance this out there with the hands like, you know, any kind of ace or king high holding.
Could look like a tilt all in too, but everybody's going to like to get out of the way. Five-handed still here. 12 minutes left in this level. We're really getting down to it here. Yeah, everybody's sub 20. Just really now it's anybody's game.
And Joe gonna rip it in here with the Jack 10 off. 5-handed here.
25, 30.
1.2. 30?
Yeah. 30,000.
Oh, Charlie folding sevens. Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
Whoa, my.
That's very surprising. The pocket sevens.
I think I'm just letting it rip with the sevens, man.
Yeah, at that point.
Yeah, you got me dominated. You got me dominated. If you don't, then we're just racing. Like, it
Yeah,
is what it is.
5-handed.
Yeah, I'm trying to win this tournament. But Charlie just lays it down immediately.
I thought I was going to win that hand. I'm not going to lie.
Me too.
I don't even feel like we're going to win.
Danny now looking at queens. Robert now ace-3 suited. He's going to let it go.
We are flipping and there was 3 hearts on the board.
I know, that was...
Right, there were 3 hearts on the board.
How did I lose?
How did I lose?
Big line.
I just, with this next level coming up, 60, 120, 120, it's just, we're just getting really down to it here. Every player sub 20 big blinds, looking for their spots. Robert here with pocket threes, 11 bigs. He's going to rip it. Danny with the pocket tens.
What a cooler.
Insta call. Danny now looking to eliminate, I believe.
Yeah, 10-7.
Yeah, I think he covers. Him just barely.
Yeah, there it is.
Pocket threes at risk here. Needs some help.
Opens up some backdoor equity.
Oh my gosh.
No. 3 on the turn.
I don't have you covered. You got chips, bud.
You got more.
What a cooler for Danny.
Oh my gosh.
Gets it in good.
Way good and gets sucked out on the turn.
Oh my gosh.
Danny with 470K chips left now. A lot more than he thought, I guess.
Chip in a chair, as they say. 4 big blinds for Danny, but just runs into a cooler against the pocket threes. Oh, man.
And you got to win those spots there to win tournaments on both sides. You got to hold, obviously, or you got to, get lucky like Robert just did.
Yeah, between that and him trying to make that move, let's see how it affects his mental game here. Danny, one of the better players, been in a lot of these spots before to stay focused.
Has a lot of experience in these spots.
But with 2 hands of that nature, just
it'll wear on you.
It will, absolutely.
No, everyone's human.
Yeah.
You can only take so much before it starts affecting your game. And let's see if Danny can bounce back from that.
Charlie electing for a big sizing again. Joe folds the king-queen. Maybe a little bit of a sizing tell there from Charlie raising so large.
I mean, I don't blame Joe for that fold there. I mean, Charlie's been pretty passive this whole final table. Hasn't really been playing too many hands. And when he has been raising, he's been raising large.
Yep.
So you just kind of expect him to have a big hand there.
Especially under the gun.
Danny going to ship it in there with the ace deuce. Roger with the 10-6 of clubs in the small blind. He's going to fold, and then let's see what Charlie wakes up with. 6-3, and Daniel take down the blinds. And it's pretty significant every time he takes down the blinds with how short he is. He's back up to 6 big blinds.
Joe looking at ace-3 off.
All in.
And the shove fest has begun. Still 5-handed here.
Big blind.
Oh, Charlie.
Charlie with the aces.
See if he sizes down.
2 1/4.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's very interesting here.
Yeah.
He goes with his larger sizing with more with his weaker hands and smaller sizes with the strong hands.
Call.
And Joey will defend his big blind here with the 10 deuce of diamonds here.
Let's see what the flop brings.
Can the aces get cracked here? Jack 7-6. Check from Joe. Charlie gonna put out a bet here, I imagine. Almost 100% of the time. There's some merit maybe to check occasionally, having the ace of spades in your holding.
Exactly, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Having the ace of spades, more open to a check there, but he's gonna continue and take it down.
I really hope I didn't lose my keys. I reached into my pocket and I was like, I might have just left it in my car, hopefully. Did it get like stashed in your jacket maybe?
No.
No? Alright, well, don't need to worry about that now.
Raja gonna jam the ace-9 suited. Robert with the king-9 off.
Call.
Joe's gonna call with pocket tens.
Oh boy.
We're gonna go to a run out here.
Raja at risk right now.
That seat's been lucky.
Or no, is Joe at risk? Actually, I don't know.
I'm not sure either. Deuce, deuce, 5.
Clean flop for the tens. I see Raja getting up, so he might be the one at risk. 4, got some wheel outs now. Ace,
Wheel
9,
and ace.
or ace or wheel card. 7.
4, 7, 8, 45.
Got it. Got it.
And Joe's gonna hold.
850. Give you change for 845.
Okay, so Joe was at risk.
Yeah, Joe is at risk. Gets the full double up there. Adding 1 million to his stack. Now up to almost 2 million.
That makes a lot of sense because when Adam deals, he typically puts the all-in button on the hand that's at risk. Yeah, he knows what he's doing. He's done a lot of these final table tournaments. What's up, everybody? Appreciate everyone that's been sticking around for the past 2 hours. We're down to our final 5 from 246 entrants, I believe. That started around 10 a.m. this morning.
Hand number 69
of the final table. Danny here at the 10-4 off. Does he want to go for the jam again with the 10-4?
Oh boy, suited king here for Raja. Danny, I don't know what he's looking around at. I think he was just like, because he knew it was the same move. Oh, wow. If Raja would have found a call, that would have been wild.
Yeah, I think Danny's starting to pick up on the fact that Raj is playing pretty tight from the big blind.
Yeah.
So he's starting to really
attack.
Abuse
Yeah.
The more passive play from Raja. You know, small blind versus big blind, very wide ranges.
Joe now with pocket kings.
You know, anytime I try to do that though, I'll like jam like queen 8, and then they just wake up with like king jack.
Yeah, right. Oh,
like,
queen jack.
Yeah, it's like what?
And Raja with queen jack here. Yeah, I was gonna say he's probably apt to go all in. And Joe's gonna snap call.
It had that snap sound too.
Yeah, it did. Kings versus queen jack here. Let's see what happens. Raja at risk here. Can that seat survive another all in? Queen 10-8.
Wow, what a sweat.
Flop. Oh my gosh.
Any 9, any jack, any queen.
Another 8.
King's going to hold somehow.
Super sweat. And Raja's eliminated, taking home $4,354.
Congratulations to him. We're down to our final 4 now. Danny with the shortest stack, and the rest of the 3 very close in chips.
Made me sweat. Too much.
Yeah, now that we're getting into fewer players here, the average of the chips is starting to go up a bit. We're going to see a lot more post-flop play.
Absolutely, yeah. We should absolutely see some more post-flop play here. All these players sitting around 20 big blinds except for Danny.
Next hand. Next hand.
What's 50-100? 50-100.
Joe with another premium.
And he had
27 bigs.
Great, 400.
Going to go for the 4X. Wow.
Oh, my.
Robert with the clean diaper.
I'm not making hard decisions.
No.
Really anybody's tournament now at this point.
Well, you have folded a lot.
And Adam's going to do the deck change.
Yeah, I'm knitting it up.
There it is.
Oh, you go all the way to the first. Playing solid.
Getting back to the action here. Still four-handed. TCH Dallas Live, final table, Saturday. $20,000 guaranteed. Smash that guarantee today.
What?
Just she wants confirmation of the blinds.
Oh.
No.
6120?
Yeah, 6120. No, I need. Oh, sorry. Floor to 20. Seat 8 pull his phone out.
Sure.
What's wrong?
You can't pull your phone out on the safe. You have to exit the safe completely to pull out your phone. After this fight, and we'll take care of that.
What I got? Penalty?
120 to call. Raise. 400.
Charlie gonna raise his ace-6 suited.
One round.
And if you see Charlie stepping off there, we did just get word that he got a penalty for pulling his phone out.
Oh, no.
And this happened, actually, Rye Guy did the same thing last week, and we kind of described the situation where it's just one of those cases where these players are warned before they get on the stream that
it's a zero tolerance
policy for any electronics for the integrity of the stream. So we're going to see Charlie step off here, and let's see how it impacts play, because it did impact play last week whenever this happened. They were three-handed, so it went down to heads up for a round. Similar situation here. Knowing that they're going to have some dead money in the pot with on the round that he's in his blinds. One less player to get through. And does Danny think Joe's making a move?
Yeah, I think he's counting out he's literally cut out his stack into big blinds. Because he knows he's going to be in the small blind next. Committing another 60K. He's only going to have 3 big blinds after this.
Yeah, honestly, if I was Danny here, I would wait one, knowing that Charlie's going to be in the big blind next hand, and it could be a free spot to take.
That's a very good point there. Oh, wow, he makes the call. Okay. Yeah, he might just be considering, like, okay, I mean, I'd rather just try to get the full double now, and then...
I wanted to wake up too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like Danny said, you don't know what you're going to get next hand anyways, too, so you'd rather get more...
Oh,
wow,
he picks up an 8.
Wow, and he outflops the queen-9 with the 8 deuce.
Oh,
man.
the turn has not been great for Danny.
Oh, wait.
Oh, wow, and he rivers 2 pair. He rivers 2 pair, Danny.
I completely counted them out. I was
The
like,
suck and the resuck. Oh, my gosh.
The suck, resuck, and the re-re. Wow.
He paid it all, right?
He paid it all.
I paid too much. You owe me like 200 back.
Wow.
And Danny running into one there.
Okay, this might be Danny's turning point here. This might be the turning point for Danny.
How much did you have total? 500? What do you have total, Adam?
555.
Okay.
Including the chips that were already in there. There was 240 of it was in there. So I had like 300. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
A little delay. Yeah, it is live, and there's about a 15-minute delay for those y'all wondering.
Close. At 8 deuce. Now, what do you mean close?
Not at 8 bigs.
8 deuce.
Oh, 8
I
deuce.
said it was, what do you mean close?
Robert here now with pocket jacks. Danny with queen 4 suited.
Sorry, I laughed at the camera shot where it cut to an empty chair.
Oh,
just a pile of chips. Like, and to our
Yeah.
ghost player. Our ghost player in seat 8. What is this, Zynga Poker? No, what? Who said that?
Roller coaster of emotion.
That's brutal. That one hurt. That one hurt.
Danny now with another premium.
What do you want to scan? All in?
I was confused there for a second.
Yeah.
I was like,
It was like snap call,
yeah,
Jack
snap
9.
with Jack 9. Like, I'm not saying he's not going to call, but
Just no thought.
yeah, just the likelihood here.
Is this where Robert takes a stand? Is this where he says no more all-ins? No, he does make the fold. And I think this is one more hand and Charlie can commit.
Danny chipping up. Back up to 12 big blinds. Nick, the penalty's a 1-round penalty, so he should be coming back this hand. Although if he went to the restroom or something, he could just be missing a hand. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. Dodged a big one. Robert now with ace queen off, out of the small blind.
300.
He's in a 2.5 exit. And we're going to see a flop here. Robert just flopping massive here.
Top 2 pair, no draws.
I love
here.
a check here. I just hate any type of lead out here. It's so strong, and your hand is so strong. It doesn't need a lot of protection on a rainbow flop like this. You could perhaps induce Joe into making a mistake.
He is down betting here, but yeah, I think it could go both ways. Your bet very small, or check to maybe induce action on the turn. 881 viewers. We're about to hit 900. Let's see if we can do it.
Thank you all for joining us again. Derek and Pez in the booth. Got TCH Dallas.
We're about 2 hours into our live stream, and hand number 77. Charlie now
Adam's
back with us
fine.
after his 1-round penalty. Down to the small blind, and Joe with the queen deuce, Danny with jack 7. Gonna fold.
As good as they do that time.
No, a little bit worse.
7 deuce.
Damn. It's closer together though. Can't make it straight.
They're too close together.
Too close. He prefers 9 high, 9 deuce.
King 3.
King 3. That's sick 8 deuce. 8 on the flop. Queen on the turn. Deuce on the river. That was neat.
That was sick.
That makes good TV, huh?
I enjoy that.
All in.
All in.
Joe gonna go all in now.
You missed it. 8 deuce. I have queen 9. I go all in on his blind. He calls me with 8 deuce. 8 on the flop, queen on the turn, deuce on the river. 2 pair. 8 deuce wins it. Wow. Yeah. Why did you do that?
Why did you do that?
Yeah, he said, why did you do that? That's a very good question. Why did you do that?
Yeah, I don't. Is that the first time we've heard Charlie say anything? Why did you do that?
Love it. Oh my gosh.
That's why we have the player mics.
Yeah.
It's like the
Pure
one thing he said
content.
is just,
Yeah.
Why did you do that? All in from Danny. Charlie gonna fold the ace deuce, and Robert here. Ace queen. Oh no. It's a snap call. Danny at risk here.
Going to a race again.
Big flip here for Danny's tournament life. Can he hold?
Currently in the lead, but definitely a toss-up.
Oh, no.
Whoa. Queen on the flop.
Looking for a 5 and a 5 only to stay in this tournament, and no. That will be it. Congratulations to Danny in 4th place for $5,400.
Finally got there, huh?
Good game, Danny. Good talking to you earlier. And I know he's off to Vegas after this, so good luck out there as well.
Gotta have something.
We'll be keeping an eye on it.
Yeah, congratulations to Danny. Always a pleasure to commentate on his play, whether it's cash or tournament.
Absolutely. And Robert now with the chip
Did you
lead.
get a chance to talk at all, or
28 big blinds.
We don't pause the clock and we don't stop the hand. You guys just talk.
y'all be interested in talking about something?
Yeah.
I got an idea.
What?
Robert's got an idea.
Second place money for everybody and play it out for the top, for the other 3. 10, 10, 10, and then play out for the rest.
All right with me. I'll do that.
There's your main event entry right there.
Yeah. 10 apiece and play out the rest.
And as you can hear him talking about it, it sounds like the table's going to play for 10 apiece, and then first place
Might be
gets
my
the
best play of the
extra
day.
$3,000.
All right, where are we? I'm sorry. I'm
60 to call.
60 for me to
Yeah, and we
call.
are getting word
Just
from
Mr. Allen over
the
there,
back
Mr.
here.
Shove.
That is what they ended up doing. So,
talk to
you know,
you
second
again
and third are
after the
guaranteed $10,000, and the rest of the money going to first will be $3,808 for a total of $13,808. So we're going to see them play it out here.
What happened?
And that really should open up some action here. We should see a lot more aggression here now
everyone's
that
just guaranteed
everybody's
10.
guaranteed 10,000. Let's see how that changes the play.
But it still stands, though, because we agreed.
Yeah. 10, 10, 10, and playing for the red.
Right. Okay.
Go. Well done.
Good job, guys.
And you know what second place money is? It was around 10, right?
Huh?
Second place was around 10.
So, yeah, it is 10.
Above 10, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit above 10, but yeah. Well, how are we going to split the rest, though? What does that mean? Play it
So
out.
there's a total, if you add it all up,
The third place is like
26, 26. It's like
Seven.
33, 4.
So you're going to take,
So we're going to play 10, 10, 10 and play for the 34.
yeah,
The extra 34.
Play for
Hundred.
what?
You're going to take 3,000 from first and put it into basically third. So make it 10, 10, 10 across the board. And you're only going to play for 35.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
34 and change.
Okay.
Yeah, 39.
Yeah. So everybody had a
Which
good
for
day.
Robert,
There's your main event.
that's a very generous offer considering he has the chip stack here.
Sorry.
Yeah, he's
Got a little game going
he's
on.
potentially losing out on $3,000, but you know, right now I think fourth or third place money is like 6,000.
Yeah,
so
it's a great deal for
it's great
third.
Yeah.
Sitting there with a calculator you're talking to? Instead of me trying to do math in my
Yeah,
head.
it sounds like this player Robert might be going back to Vegas to play in some tournaments. So he's just considering like, oh well, then there's your main event entry, and you can play the free roll the main event.
$300 for a free roll to the main if he's in for one bullet. It's a pretty good deal there.
Yeah, see, there are the payouts right now. So they are going to play it out. It's not an official chop, but these players still can play out for a profit.
Semi-chop.
Yes, semi-chop. If I were to chop, I like these more.
Yeah. I agree, but
reduce the variance a bit, but I still want to be playing out for something.
yeah, I always like playing out for at least something. And Joe's waking up with Ace King here. He's going to open it up.
10, 10, 10, and you play for the red. Raise to 500,000, fold.
Robert with his delayed blinds just keep tricking me.
Fold there.
You got a big hand.
You always have.
Try to.
Tiny saying Rob was already planning to play the main.
When I
Actually,
don't.
my ace deuce played good earlier. I played it.
His 8 deuce played pretty good, too.
That's right, 8 deuce.
Yeah, oh, you did? Hell yeah, that would have won for sure. Okay. I thought it was big bomb.
Yeah,
6 small
Christopher
blind.
Leroy. If I was the other two guys, I would
I'm
jump on that
120,
offer
right?
for sure. Yeah, it's a very generous offer
Yeah.
from Robert being the chip lead.
All in.
Robert now with ace-6. Gonna go all in and get an instant fold from Joe.
10, 10, 13, yeah, all right.
Okay.
Everybody had a good night.
Yeah, that's fair.
Since the blinds are
And,
ginormous.
Yeah, I mean, we made it this far. We might as well get paid, right?
Very good point. They did survive 240 other entrants.
In the war zone that is before late registration's over.
Yeah.
Gonna see a flop here. Ace 10, 3, 2 clubs. Joe with the club in his hand. Charlie's gonna fold. Joe's gonna get it through. Yeah, and I think this deal really benefits a more aggressive style player, so I know that's Joe for sure out of these two.
So I expect to see Joe ramp up the aggression here, knowing that he kind of has that insurance of the same price pool.
The locked up 10K.
Yeah, the locked up 10K. I personally, if I took this kind of deal and had that type of stack, I would just put the heavy to the metal gas pedal. And waking up with jacks here, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He's just going to bump it up.
You got too much money out there.
What is it? 120?
120. Oh, he's small.
You're small blind.
You're small blind.
And Robert now with ace jack, facing a big raise from Joe.
Yeah, three-handed here. Ace jack's a premium. He's definitely not folding. It's just a matter of whether he's raising or not. Just gonna go for the more passive route and just call.
Yeah, this big sizing is really interesting.
Flop gonna come 10 high. Jack's in the lead, both players with a gut shot. Robert with an overcard as well.
Joe might just ship it here. Yeah. That's exactly what I expected from Joe. Denying equity, taking a big pot down, especially with that big pre-flop bet open.
Yeah, a lot of equity just thrown out the window there with that lead. One over and a gut shot, or two overs and a gut shot. You might think that your jack might be live too.
Yep. Jay Wilkes with a good question, and yeah, Tyler hit it right on the head. If you're in a hand at any point during this tournament, you cannot have your phone out or be on your phone.
Yeah, you can have it on the rail. You just can't be actively using your phone.
Using your phone with cards in front of you.
During our live stream, though, just zero tolerance of any kind of technology. Smartwatches, iPhones, earbuds, just anything.
You all going to Vegas? Sometime next week. Yeah. 6th or the 5th. Play the 6th.
I leave Wednesday.
You're playing the main, obviously.
Yeah, day D.
Oh, no, you can't.
Hand number 87.
All in.
Charlie now going all in with ace-5 suited.
If they had it up on another screen, I would have to keep spinning my chair.
Joe looking at 3-4 off.
Yeah.
Charlie now with another premium. King-Queen suited. Robert with a suited king of his own. Could be inclined to call this.
Yeah, small blind versus big blind. Your opponent definitely doesn't need to have any kind of premium holding here.
He's going to let it go, though.
These players now have been playing close to 12 hours now. I mean, I don't know some of these players. Late reg, I mean, at minimum, they've been playing for 8 hours, 7 hours. Well, late reg goes until about 3, right?
Yeah.
2 or 3. So still a long night for all these players, regardless of when they entered.
Yeah, some of them, if they started from the beginning, could be approaching that 13-hour mark. Robert's going to elect to go with 6-6. And it's going to fold around.
We had a mute button. I didn't know if we should have talked about the deal on it.
Joe going to limp in with the 10-8 in the small blind. It looks like Charlie's going to check his option. Heads up to the flop here.
Oh, wow.
Joe going to find a pair against Charlie's over and gut shot. Oh, and he's just going to fold. Wow. A lot of equity just folded out there.
Yeah, I think he could have continued there, but
for at least one
yeah,
street.
exactly, one street. See if you get there.
Bomb 2 here says, just joining, what was the deal made? All the players here, our final three, are guaranteed $10,000. And whoever survives the other two is guaranteed another $3,808 for a total of $13,808.
Bingo.
Charlie all in with King 8 suited here. Robert going to limp the small blind, and Joe's just going to rip it on him.
Still three-handed here.
See how long is left in this level.
Can't be too much left.
Yeah. There it is, 3 minutes. So, yeah, this next level is really going to get things going.
That's his blind, all right? So it can be 285.
Sammy Fulton says, wow, TCH is still on. Yeah, we had our final table start a little bit late tonight. A little later than normal. And, I mean, it's been kind of a normal length final table.
Yeah, it's
I guess a
been
little
normal
long.
length just because it started later, though, yeah. We kind of got to that point in the middle where it was just a lot of shoving, so we couldn't play like a lot of poker. Yeah. But now we're down to three-handed. And now it's just a matter of time at this point. These chip stacks aren't sustainable with what the blinds are going to be. With one player really with the chip lead, as you can see here, both players a sub 20, chip leaders at 30. It's just about to just start to go in, and the level ending in 2 minutes.
Man, after being outside like almost all day today in the heat, I'm just ready for a shower.
Oh, wow. What were you doing outside?
Helping move some stuff.
Yeah, that's right. You're telling me that. Yeah, that's a beat down.
Yeah, it was pretty warm. Pretty warm.
We're seeing a flop here now. Ace-9 versus 10-8, 3-5-5, 6 on the turn. Checks around. And a queen on the river. Let's see if either player wants to take a stab at this, but yeah, Joe's going to take the opportunity here, and Robert calls with the ace high. He's going to take it down. Robert with the ace high call. Well,
rarely do we see that.
Yeah, very in a tournament, especially. It's very rare in a tournament.
Ryan Roby says Derek calling around credenzas all day. Actually, yeah. Actually, yeah. Credenzas and some a bar cart.
Or I guess, well, never mind.
Some other furniture pieces. Almost the hand number 100. Man, that's pretty brutal. I guess you know, you make the final table and you just know there's a good chance you have to play another 100 hands.
And we have a hand here. Charlie now against Joe. King 9 versus Ace King. Charlie at risk here. And Joe with the dominated
I don't know, maybe one
king.
One.
Oh boy,
wow.
8-9-3 flop.
The suck out here. Looking for an ace and an ace only.
Oh my.
This is pretty big. Oh wow.
Oh no. Joe gonna get the eliminate Charlie with his 9.
And now we're heads up. We're finally heads up. Let's go. We're heads up for the title. The coveted TCH Live 20K guaranteed Saturday title.
Miney in the chat, Mr. Ben Miney.
All the way from Wisconsin. Keep her moving. Up there in Wisconsin.
Oh boy, and now we're just heads up. And Joe has a dominating chip lead. I think it's something like 3-1 or 4-1 here.
Yeah, I think it said 40 big blinds and 20 for Robert, so yeah.
2-1?
Just hit him with the Hadouken,
15 to 30-30.
Tiger uppercut. Hadouken.
The 9 there, eliminating Charlie.
What's the attack? What, down,
I have no
right,
idea.
right, A? You know,
I don't remember. Yeah.
I don't know. Or no, I think it's like a down back.
No, I think it is down back.
Down back simultaneous with like A or B. A and B maybe.
And Robert's going to go all in here with King 8. Joe's going to fold.
Wisconsin. Sorry.
Love you, Ben. No hard feelings.
Bruce Folger says.
Oh, did he?
It's pronounced Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Wisconsin. Wisconsin.
Yeah.
150, 150.
Oh, yeah.
Robert now with the premium. Ace King. I'd actually like to see him get a little tricky here in flat and try to induce something, because if you just open rip here, he's got to wake up with something. So sometimes you got to try to get creative in these spots.
Yes. Especially heads up here and against an opponent like Joe who can
Love it.
get a line occasionally.
Love this call.
Yeah, you can't be always so predictable with your moves. Especially when you have some history with the other opponent. 6-5-5 here. Ace King should still be in the lead here with, one pair and Ace King high.
Joe picking up gutter outs now.
I'll split it. I don't play for the money. I just want to play it out. I mean, I like playing heads up if you don't mind. A little bit. Yeah. We'll split the other 30. All right. I mean, all right, let's not do it. Sorry. So it's
looks like they're discussing some type of an additional chop possibly, but I don't know what was said there.
Yeah, I think I overheard them say they're just gonna chop the money, but you know,
but
Robert's like, I'm happy just to chop it up.
You need to have some motivation. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm a little delirious. I check.
Robert going to play his king jack a little sneaky here with the check as well. King high board would be a disaster.
9, 8, 6. 2 diamonds for Joe and 2 overs with a gutter ball as well. Just the world.
Yeah, a ton of equity.
Nick from Chatsville, a chop within a chop. And yeah, they're going to keep playing. They're just, they're just having some fun.
Me personally, man, I really enjoy playing heads up. It's just so rare you get to do it, and for a meaningful amount of money, I just like to play heads up poker.
Hope I didn't lose my keys, man.
I'm
just hoping it's just in my car and I just forgot. Like, I had all my food. I had like the bag of
the Whataburger.
Whataburger, the cup, my phone. I'm just hoping I just left in my car on accident. It's very possible because I always just put my keys in the console.
We'll get there.
Especially with all everyone having push to start cars, I just never have to touch the keys,
I just got here. You guys been here all day.
Joe going to take it down there. Continuing to add to his chip stack. Getting down to the nitty gritty.
We just passed 100 hands, and Joe going to limp in. We're at the 80 to 160 level. That's insane. Justin Simpson says, I placed my keys on the TCH Spring Bar at the beginning of a session last week and didn't realize until I was leaving at like 4 a.m. Oh, my God.
Doug R in the chat. What's up, my guy?
What's up, Doug R? Chat Pro regular. AA in the chat. How often do you change out your felt tops? For the live stream table, we've actually never changed out the felt tops. Or the felt top for that table. It's just because it's an expensive table, and I think we're in the process of doing that.
That's why I was thinking. Gonna wear me down to that chop, aren't you?
Oh, man. Yeah, confirmation from Tyler in the back here that the felt will be changed soon.
Okay, actually, and
oh wow,
there's
looks like
the chop. Wow, out of nowhere.
Yeah, really out of nowhere. I heard him say, "You're really wearing me down for this chop." And so it looks like they're gonna chop it.
Let's come back to the booth here.
So
all right,
they're gonna
it's been a great
tournament. 3,808 there.
It looks like it's 11,904 for both players. Congratulations to Joe and Patrick, right? Or no, Robert?
Yep.
Robert. Okay, I don't know why I said Patrick. Sorry about that. Joe and Robert, congratulations. This has been quite the ride. And
really good final table.
Yeah, appreciate everyone joining us. And catch y'all next time. We'll be having our next stream on Monday, live from TCH Austin. It's been a blast. Good evening and good night.